Hey guys, EMP5 Reviews here. Today we've got a First Strike Ration, menu number 2, sandwich Italian style, and chicken chunks. This is the second of the 9 menus that I got out of my First Strike Ration case from MREmountain.com. I'm very excited to break into it, and let's see what we've got inside. Alright. First things first, the white chicken chunk nutrition facts. Alright, we've got a mocha dessert bar. I've only had the peanut butter dessert bars before, so I'm excited to try that. The good old reliable pack of MRE crackers. A frosted brown sugar cinnamon toaster pastry, since the Army apparently can't say Pop-Tarts. Oh, I haven't had these in a long time. Chipotle tortillas. These are like some of the spiciest things I've ever had in MRE. They're really, really good. And I don't even like spices, so this is a good find for me. I think I know what this is. Yep, good old Zapple sauce. Can't beat that. Nice, easy on-the-go snack. Alright. Lemon lime beverage base powder. Always easy to go. Let's see. Sandwich, shelf-stable Italian style with sausage, pepperoni, and sauce in bread. I actually like these shelf-stable sandwiches. I didn't think I would, but they're not that bad. Some smoked almonds, always a classic. The good old garbage bag, or as I use it, the little storage bag for when I'm only eating one part of the meal at a time. You've got your military energy gum in this accessory packet, as well as what looks like some peanut butter, and I'm assuming, can't see it, some barbecue sauce. We've got a teriyaki beef strip and a barbecue flavored beef strip, so 2 different pieces of beef jerky. Orange beverage base powder. An apple cinnamon First Strike bar. What we got here? Some osmotic cranberries. That's actually a pretty good amount in there. It's not a lot of wasted space like normal. What is this? Oh, I haven't seen it packaged like this before. I normally just get regular MREs. I don't often get First Strike rations, so it's kind of hard to read on here, but this is the white chicken chunks. Different packaging than in a regular old one meal at a time MRE. Can't go without the trusty MRE spoon. And last but not least, the accessory kit. Looks like 3 towelettes, some salt, some gum, beverage-based lemon powder, the good old toilet paper or napkin, and your matches. So, that is First Strike Ration menu number 2, the Italian style sandwich and the chicken chunks. Let's see how it tastes. Alright guys, here is the breakfast I'm going to have from my First Strike Ration menu number 2. You've got osmotic cranberries, a frosted brown sugar cinnamon toaster pastry, an apple cinnamon flavor First Strike bar, some orange beverage base powder, and some Zapple sauce. So, let's see what this looks like out of the packaging and on the tray. Alright, here's what it all looks like laid out on the tray. Cranberries look pretty good. They definitely have held up. They're not all slimy or anything like that. Pop-Tart, considering it's a Pop-Tart and an MRE, it's held up pretty good. Applesauce, it always looks weird when it's out of the package. I've never actually taken it out of the container and put it on a tray before, and you can see it's kind of separating a little bit between the actual applesauce and some of the liquid with it, but still edible, nothing wrong with that. First Strike bar, one of the most unappetizing looking things in an MRE in my opinion, but they've grown on me. I used to hate them. Now I actually like them a lot. Even the cinnamon ones, which taste a lot better. And I think I actually got most of the chunks out of my orange-based beverage powder. Still has a little film on it, but not a big deal. Usually I had a bad time trying to get all the chunks out of them, but so far so good. Alright, so let's give all these a try. And of course your good old moist towelette for cleanup after. So some of the cranberries. Looks pretty good. Nothing crazy exciting, normal dried out cranberries, but they're good. Very sweet. The brown sugar cinnamon toaster pastry. About to be expected. Normal toaster pastry, can't beat it. Reminds you of just sitting in your dorm room in college, nothing crazy. Apple cinnamon first strike bar. Again, doesn't look very appetizing, but they've grown on me a lot more as I eat more and more of them. Yeah, not bad. I actually kind of like the smaller ones than the larger ones. The smaller ones are like just enough. Whenever I eat a full first strike bar, I always feel like too full too quick. It doesn't sit well, the full size. But those small size ones are pretty good. This applesauce is really separating. I'm kind of surprised by that. Sure, it's still fine. It's just the heavier actual apple parts of the sauce are separating from more of the liquid. But let's see. Yep, just plain old applesauce, nothing crazy. I don't even think this is like cinnamon flavored like some of the other ones I've had, just plain applesauce, but pretty good. It's definitely better designed to be eaten out of the package than on a tray like this, but that's okay. It's better for YouTube purposes to have the food on the tray. But yeah, walking around with a rucksack like I used to do, marching out in the field doing land nav, applesauce is a great snack. And let's see if I unchunkified my orange beverage powder. Hopefully I did, because there's nothing worse than drinking chunky water. Yep, not bad. No major chunks that I can see. Tastes good, tastes like just really strong Gatorade flavor, but not bad. I almost never used to use the beverage powder bags, or the beverage bags in MREs and First Strike rations, just because you can never get the chunks out as easily, or you'd have to spend 20 minutes shaking the bottle up. So I like to drink the stuff in my canteen cup, but that's me. Alright, I'm going to finish up my breakfast here while I'm working, and I will see you guys later for lunch. Alright, we are back with lunch for the Menu 2 First Strike ration. For lunch, I'm going to break out the chicken chunks, the smoked almonds, one of the 2 beef sticks, this one being sweet barbecue flavored, the lemon lime flavored juice mix, some barbecue sauce, and some chipotle tortillas. I'm looking forward to these. I didn't really like these when I was first trying them when I was a cadet, but spicy food has grown on me, so I'm looking forward to this. And the barbecue sauce will help mellow it out. Then, of course, your trusty MRE spoon, moist towelette, and some salt for my chicken chunks. So, let's see what this looks like laid out on the tray. Right, here's how it looks laid out. So one of my tortillas kind of fell apart because it was stuck together, but that's to be expected in MRE, not a huge deal. I've got a little bit of leftover chicken still in the package, but I don't want to overload the tortillas. So we'll start out trying some of the almonds. Not bad. Definitely got plenty of smoke flavoring on them. They're pretty good. I kind of expected to have a little bit more than what they gave me, but that's okay because this is part of a major pack of food, so not a huge deal. Now the beef stick. It's not too bad. Nothing super crazy. Typical beef jerky beef stick. A little dry. Definitely thirst-provoking, but that's alright. That's what we got the drink mix for. Next, I'm going to put a little bit of my salt on my chicken. I already squeezed out a bunch of the chicken water juice, whatever you want to call it, that had been sitting in the packaging. And now, some barbecue sauce. This should be pretty good. I've never actually had a meal this way. Oop, barbecue sauce isn't open enough. 1 second. Should be good to go now. There we go. Whoop. Alright. Get some on this one. Get some on here. And I'll save a little for my leftover barbecue, or my leftover chicken chunks. Want to make sure I get some water ready in case the chipotle is still as spicy as I remember it, or I can't handle it as much as I think I can. So, got my canteen cup already with the lemon lime drink mix. But you always got to make sure you mix enough because you don't want chunky water. Nothing worse than drinking a giant chunk of sugar while you're drinking your water. So, usually whenever I was a cadet, or the little bit of times I went to the field while I was on active duty, I would have two separate canteen cups. I'd have one that I would have labeled or saved on one side for drinking, things like this, drinking drink mixes, drinking the coffee, drinking the dairy shakes that I made sure I clean out. And then the other side I would usually have labeled as my shaving kit. And there's nothing worse than forgetting one day, or not reading the label, and putting drink mix or dairy shake powder into the canteen cup that you're using for shaving. It makes for shaving the next day to be a little bit interesting. But you live and you learn, so knowing, not the end of the world. Alright, mostly mixed up, tiny little chunks left. Nice fake artificial fluorescent green color. Could be worse, so give that a taste. Not bad. I think I had a good water to drink mix ratio. It's not too watered down. Alright, now we're going to try one of these chicken and chipotle tortillas with barbecue sauce. Not bad. The tortilla is nice and soft. Chicken's a little too wet for my taste just because of all the juice it has to sit in, but still pretty good, tastes fresh. The barbecue sauce is good. Not super strong, but that's alright. I'm definitely feeling a little tingle from the chipotle tortilla, but nothing insane, nothing I can't handle, and I don't even like spicy food that much, so it's better than I remember, or my palate has just matured since the last time I ate one of these. Alright, yeah, this isn't too bad. A little messy, but that's okay. So, falls apart a little bit though. I won't lie, it would be nice to have some cheese in this meal. Some cheese on this chicken and with the barbecue sauce would probably taste better. For those people that do like spice, if you had the jalapeno cheese spread with this, this would probably make it about 10 times better. But that's alright, still pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my lunch, and I will see you guys back for dinner. Alright, so I am back with dinner for my First Strike Ration Menu 2. Let's see what we got left. Got a pack of crackers. A mocha dessert bar. Never had the mocha, just had peanut butter, and I'm excited for this. Some regular peanut butter. I'll probably put that on both the mocha bar and the crackers. Moist towelette to clean off. Military Energy Gum, caffeine, 100 milligrams of caffeine per piece. This is Arctic Mint flavor. I won't lie, I've had the cinnamon one, and this tastes good for about 20 seconds, and then it just loses its taste and just kind of weird. So I'll try it out, but not my favorite thing so far. Got my beverage-based lemonade, sugar-free, for my good old trusty canteen cup. Sandwich, shelf-stable, Italian style, sausage, pepperoni, and sauce in bread. I really like these sandwiches. I kind of wish they started making regular MREs with this. because I like the convenience of not having to use an FRH, the flameless ration heater. When I was in ROTC, it was very rare that I would ever actually heat up my main meals, minus 2 or 3 that just don't taste good cold. I just didn't like having to waste the time. So I like the ideas of the sandwiches, not having to be heated up. And last thing, teriyaki beef stick. Alright, so let's see what these look like out on the tray. Alright, so here's my dinner. Looks pretty good. Sandwich has the nice outline of the preservative little container there. This feels pretty hearty for a little tiny sandwich. I always think of these little sandwiches as like knockoff Hot Pockets without being heated up. So let's see how the sandwich looks. Let's break it in half. Alright. There's the inside. You can actually see some of the pieces of meat in there. I don't know about any peppers or onions, though, that they said. Those are probably, like, melted into the meat somewhere. So let's give it a try. First time I've had one of these. That's not bad. I won't lie, it tasted a little bit like the MRE pizza I've had before. That's all this really tastes like. It's like a reverse MRE pizza with the meat and cheese on the inside, but not too bad. Teriyaki beef stick. Nothing crazy different about that. Typical teriyaki beef jerky. I do think I like the teriyaki better than I did the honey barbecue that I had with my lunch. It's very dry though, so I'm gonna get some lemonade going. Realized I left my spoon, so I'm going to improvise and use the container from my gum to stir this up. Always improvise, adapt, and overcome. It's a good old mantra to live by, both in the Army and regular life, and when you're eating first strike rations. I think I like this type of beverage powder in the little containers because they don't clump up as much as the bigger drink containers do. So let's try this out. Whew. It says no sugar added. That is very sweet, very artificial flavoring of lemonade. Pretty good. I think I needed to water it down more, but that's all right. Next, we're going to try the mocha dessert bar. I've only had the peanut butter one so far. This mocha one looks really good. It looks like the old MRE fudge brownies used to. Those are my favorite dessert in MREs, and they got rid of them, and I was very upset when I found that out. So let's try this by itself. That's really good. It almost tastes like a like an energy bar or a protein bar. But yeah, that's good. Now let's try it with some peanut butter on it. Might step it up a little bit, make it even better. Okay, peanut butter, plain. Yeah, that's pretty good. I do think I like the mocha bar by itself more than I do with peanut butter, but always good to have it. Then, of course, you got the good old MRE crackers. Mine held up pretty good. Only a tiny piece of the corner fell off of one. I'm not going to try that with the peanut butter. I already know what it tastes like after thousands of times. Really, really dry cracker with some pretty good peanut butter. Very filling, though. I'll finish this mocha dessert bar in my mouth, and then I'll try this gum out. The gum was, when you opened the package and smelled it, it was very artificial smelling. It wasn't even very strong either. But it says Arctic Mint. I've only had the cinnamon, so let's see if this is any good. And this says 100 milligrams of caffeine per piece. So we'll see. Right off the bat, it tastes better than the cinnamon one. Definitely minty. But yeah, so far 2 pieces. This is much better than the cinnamon one. The cinnamon one just tasted weird and fell apart in your mouth pretty quick. But, alright. Oh yeah, I definitely think I like the mint one much better. It's holding up so far. So, not a bad dinner, and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Hey guys, so my final thoughts on the MRE First Strike Ration Menu 2. Not too bad. Breakfast was good, but it was a huge sugar bomb. About an hour after I ate, I was still feeling the effects of all the sugar from the cranberries and the applesauce and all that, but still appetizing nonetheless. The chicken chunks that I ate, not too bad, but my Chipotle tortillas were not as spicy as I was expecting. I was kind of disappointed on that. And then the Italian pocket sandwich was really good. It tasted like an MRE pizza, just kind of in reverse with the cheese and meat on the inside. Mocha dessert bar was amazing. That was even better than the peanut butter dessert bar I've had in other menus. So overall, it was really, really good. I liked the meal. Very filling, definitely good for 24 hours, and I'm looking forward to reviewing the other menus. I've already eaten menu 1, I didn't make a video of that one, that was just me trying out a First Strike for the first time, but I still have menus 3 through 9 left to go through, and I'm looking forward to trying them out for the first time, making reviews, and having videos for you guys. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.